Right then, nice and comfy. Oh, hello, I'm Zach. I know a lot of you haven't seen me do a reading in a while, but today tonight, I'm going to be reading this, Le Morte d'Arthur. I recently purchased this, and it's one of the most famous books of the Arthurian legends, but I won't be alone. I've also got two little fellas here who are going to be listening in. Ianto and Schnitzel. Say hello, boys. Hello. Hi. I have to forgive them, they're very shy. Right, I'll just put you both here. Right then. Now, you boys get comfortable. Are you all sitting comfortably? Very good. Have you all got a drink and food? That's good. I'm going to read the first chapter of book 1 of this book, and I have never read this before, so you'll have to forgive me if I sound a bit off color with it, but for now just sit back and relax and get ready to lose yourself in the magic of Le Morte d'Arthur. Book 1, Chapter 1. How Uther Pendragon sent for the Duke of Cornwall and Igraine his wife, and of their departing suddenly again. It befell in the days of Uther Pendragon, when he was king of all England, and so reigned, that there was a mighty Duke of Cornwall that held war against him long time. And the Duke was called the Duke of Tintagel. And so by means King Uther sent for this Duke, charging him to bring his wife with him, for she was called a fair lady, and a passing wise, and her name was called Igraine. So when the Duke and his wife were come unto the king, by the means of great lords they were accorded both. The king liked and loved this lady well, and he made them great cheer out of measure, and desired to have lain by her. But she was a passing good woman, and said, I suppose that we were sent for that I should be dishonoured. Wherefore, husband, I console you that we depart from hence suddenly, and we may ride all night unto our own castle. And in this wise, as she said, so they departed, that neither the king nor none of his council were aware of their departing. All so soon as King Uther knew of their departing, so suddenly he was wonderly wroth. Then he called to him his privy council, and told them of the sudden departing of the Duke and his wife. Then they advised the king to send for the Duke and his wife by a great charge, and if he will not come at your summons, then may ye do your best. Then have ye chance, ye cause. Sorry, let me try that again. Then have ye cause to make mighty war upon him. So that was done, and the messengers had their answers. and that was this shortly, that neither he nor his wife would not come at him. Then was the king wonderly wroth, and then the king sent him plain word again, and bade him be ready and stuff him and garnish him, for within 40 days he would fetch him out of the biggest castle that he hath. When the Duke had this warning, anon he went and furnished and garnished 2 strong castles of his, of the which one hight Tintagel, and the other castle hight Terrible. So his wife, Dame Igraine, he put in the castle of Tintagel, and himself he put in the castle of Terrible, the which had many issues and posterns out. Then in all haste came Uther with a great host, and laid siege about the castle of Terrible. And there he pight many pavilions, and there was a great war made on both parties, and much people slain. Then, for pure anger and for great love of fair Igraine, the King Uther fell sick. So came to the King Uther Sir Ulfius, a noble knight, and asked the king why he was sick. I shall tell thee, said the king. I am sick for anger and for love for fair Igraine, and I may not be whole. Well, my lord, said Sir Ulfius, I shall seek Merlin, and he shall do you remedy, that your heart shall be pleased. So Ulfius departed, and by adventure he met Merlin in a beggar's array, and there Merlin asked Ulfius who he sought, and he said he had little ado to tell him. Well, said Merlin, I know whom thou seekest, for thou seekest Merlin. Therefore seek no farther, for I am he. And if King Uther will well reward me, and be sworn unto me to fulfil my desire, that shall be his honour and profit more than mine. For I shall cause him to have his desire. All this will I undertake. All this will I undertake, said Ulfius, and there shall be nothing reasonable, but thou shalt have thy desire. Well, said Merlin, he shall have his intent and desire, and therefore, said Merlin, ride on your way, for I will not be long behind. I think we got time for a couple more of these chapters. What do you think, boys?
Yes, Daddy. Can you read us some more?
Of course I can, boyos. Chapter 2. How Uther Pendragon made war on the Duke of Cornwall, and how by the mean of Merlin he lay by the Duchess and gat Arthur. Then Ulfius was glad and rode on more than a pace till that he came to King Uther Pendragon, and told him that he had met with Merlin. "Where is he?" said the king. "Sir," said Ulfius, he will not dwell long." Therewithal Ulfius was well where Merlin stood at the porch of Dwell Long. Sorry if I'm getting the words a bit mixed up here, but of course they aren't. It is a lot of Old English words, so I'll try that again. Therewithal Ulfius was where Merlin stood at the porch of Dwell Long. At the porch of the pavilion's door. Got that a bit mixed up, sorry. And then Merlin was bound to come to the king. When King Uther saw him, he said he was welcome. "Sir," said Merlin, "I know all your heart every deal. So ye will be sworn unto me, as ye be a true king anointed to fulfill my desire. Ye shall have your desire." Then the king was anointed. Then the king was sworn upon the four evangelists. "Sir," said Merlin, "this is my desire. The first night that ye shall lie by a grain, ye shall get a child on her. And when that is born, that it shall be delivered to me for to nourish there as I will have it. For it shall be your worship, and the child's avail, as mickle as the child is worth. I will well, said the king, as thou wilt have it. Now make you ready, said Merlin. This night ye shall lie with Igraine in the castle of Tintagel, and ye shall be like the Duke her husband. Ulfius shall be like Sebrastius, a knight of the Duke's, and I will be like a knight of that hight Sir Jordanus, a knight of the Duke's. But wait ye not any questions for her nor her men, but say ye are diseased, and so hie you to bed, and rise not on the morn till I come to you, for the castle of Tintagel is but 10 miles hence. So this was done as they devised. So this was done as they devised. But the Duke of Tintagel espied how the king rode from the siege of Terrabil, and therefore that night he issued out of the castle at a postern for to have distressed the king's host. And so, through his own issue, the Duke himself was slain